Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. This is Nourish Your Joy, and this is a full body reset for energy, health, mobility, and meaning. And my name is Mary Beth Fleming. I'm one of your guides and your hosts, and I'm really grateful that you made the time to be here today and to be in community with me and just learning more about our bodies and our joy. This space exists for one reason, and that is to help you feel like yourself again. Not a better version of you, not even a more disciplined version of you, but just you, the you with energy, clarity, steadiness, and your joy back online. So go ahead and drop a two if that feels good to you. Nourish Your Joy is not about fixing yourself. It's actually about feeding the systems that make joy possible. And I want to start by saying this clearly. If you've been feeling sluggish or unmotivated, maybe foggy or flat, like you've lost your spark, there's nothing wrong with you. Even though it's New Year's, the time of resolutions, there's nothing wrong with you. Your body is just asking for nourishment. It's asking for rhythm and it's asking for safety. And I know this personally because I've personally lived it. You can see here in this photo that there was a season in my life when I felt very disconnected to my joy. There was a smile on the outside, but on the inside, I was feeling very low energy, low motivation, brain fog, just no excitement for the day. I wasn't inspired. I wasn't feeling creative. I was really just pushing through. And the hardest part wasn't actually the fatigue, it was that loss of joy, that sense of direction, that feeling of being alive in my own life. And I definitely didn't need another mindset shift or another self-help book. I didn't need to try harder. What I needed was my body back online. And when I stopped chasing motivation and started focusing on foundational nutrition, real nourishment, daily support, nervous system safety, everything changed for me. And you can see before some of the things I was dealing with my body in terms of, puffiness and inflammation and lethargy and digestive issues, skin problems, yeast and parasite issues, disrupted sleep. So a lack of joy can show up in a physical form in many ways in our body. And after starting on nutrition and really nourishing my body with community and organic superfoods and support, everything shifted for me. My mood lifted, my mind cleared, my energy stabilized, the weight dropped, and joy didn't feel forced anymore. It felt available to me. And the best part is my partner. You can see the difference in him too. He jumped on this journey with me, and before we were both pushing through and in adopting this kind of lifestyle, we were able to transform together. And that's really what this reset is built on. So, Nourish Your Joy is a 30-day guided experience. We call it a root level resource reset that is supporting your energy, your mood, your gut health, your hormones, your mobility, and joy from the inside out. It's not restriction. It's not willpower. It's nourishment done consistently and simply. So every January, right, we hear the stories. People want the same thing: better digestion, balanced hormones, fat loss, clear focus, more energy, less pain. But most programs treat these all like separate problems, and they're not. They're signals from one interconnected system that's asking for support. They're expressions of one system. And when that system is nourished, confidence returns, the cravings quiet down, motivation becomes natural, and joy stops feeling so far away. So, joy isn't just emotional, it's actually biological, it's neurological, it's hormonal, it's physical. And when the body is undernourished or overstimulated, you will experience energy crashes, cravings taking over, mood swings, focus disappearing, movement and forward motion just feels harder. And when the body is nourished, and even just 30 days, you can see my before and after there of just 30 days. When the body's nourished, your motivation starts stabilizing, your digestion can improve, your hormones start to regulate, your inflammation can calm down, and joy becomes accessible again. So I'll say it again, this reset is truly meant to restore joy from the inside out, from the physical, mental, and even spiritual. So, we are doing this by focusing on three main pillars. And our pillars of joy is number one, our juice, which we call our fuel, which is organic superfood nutrition every single day, grown in regenerative soils to deeply nourish our body. And the O of joy is one another. We do this with community and guidance and support. And lastly, by yielding into our body. So, focusing on nervous system support, mobility support with simple daily rhythms and practices. And as a result of pairing these three things together, I want you to see and hear from some folks who have embarked on this journey with us and are experiencing the difference of a body that is working interconnectedly. So you can see some different before and after pictures of people who have experienced this journey with us and some of their quotes of, I feel and see the difference. I feel alive again. I can't imagine my life any other way, which I feel the same about that. We have my joy has returned. I can go from sunrise to sunset. I've never felt better. And nutrition is truly the base of all of these stories. Daily whole food nourishment that supports brain chemistry, gut health, hormones, energy, and recovery, and thus more joy. So we have three different tiers that can support you in getting there. You choose the tier that is best for you. But tier one is really just our starter. So this is perfect for fewer cravings and steadier energy. It's about $5 a day. And it comes with two components. Number one is our power shake, and this is a super nutrient dense green shake. It's got vitamins and minerals like magnesium and zinc and iron and potassium and B6, all from a whole food source. So nothing is synthetic or isolated. It's all whole food source based. And these are some of the most important nutrients for our body to have to be able to relax, to regulate and repair. And most adults are deficient in at least three. So, nutrient deficiency can reduce our dopamine production by up to 50%, which is our joy hormone. So, the Power Shake really replenishes these raw materials in a way that your body can absorb and understand them so that your system can feel better supported to feel joy. And then we pair that with our biomedic because joy doesn't just live in your head, it lives in your gut. And over half of our body's joy supporting chemistry is influenced by the digestive system. So when digestion is inflamed or overwhelmed, it doesn't just affect your stomach, it affects your mood and your energy and your mental clarity and your emotional steadiness. And Biomedic has been clinically tried and proven to support gut balance and reduce C-reactive protein, which is the inflammation cursor in the body, by 75%. So this creates more supportive internal environment for joy. And I love Samantha's story of just starting the Power Shake and saying before Purium, I felt off and wanted more consistency in how I felt. I met Tara and tried a simple sample of the Power Shake. Within days, I personally noticed more steady energy and felt more supported overall. What inspires me to keep sharing is helping others feel more supported and making a positive difference in my community. So we love that aspect of it's not here just to help us, but to help the ones that we love the most. So that's tier one, really simple start. If you're feeling like you want to dive deeper, that's where you go into tier two, which is called our core four. And this one is a perfect daily routine for deeper sleep, emotional steadiness, and it's actually one full superfood meal replacement a day. So you get everything that's in tier one, but we're going to add a couple components to it. And the first component is our super aminos 23, which is plant-based amino acids. They're 99% bioavailable to the cells and they absorb within 20 minutes. So you can feel the effects right away. And basically, joy is easier to feel when your body has what it needs to build it. Amino acids are the building blocks for life. And when you have low amino acids, you actually have low dopamine, which is low motivation. But when your amino acids are replenished, you experience more energy, focus can improve, your motivation can feel much more natural, and joy becomes sustainable, not just fleeting. So I absolutely love the aminos. I carry them in my purse everywhere I go, and if I'm feeling a lull, they're the first thing that I go to throughout my day. And then the other component that we add in is what's called our apothecary. You can see it there in the photo. It's the dark red liquid, and this is 100% organic tart cherries. And tart cherries increase natural melatonin by 38%. So this helps with poor sleep quality, which affects a really large portion of people globally. And even one night of poor sleep can impact your mood, your focus, your motivation, and your joy. So when you have a rested brain, that's when our hormones start to regulate and our nervous system starts to regulate, and we can feel joy more readily. And the thing that I love about this pack is you can actually switch it up and opt for two different shakes. So you can get a bag of the power shake that we've talked about, and then you can also get a bag of this dark berry protein, which is super supportive for brain health and antioxidant repair in the body. So the brain uses about 20% of the body's oxygen, even though it's only 2% of our body weight, which I find just fascinating. So, antioxidant rich foods help to protect the brain and cellular energy systems and stress from inflammation. A nourished brain experiences joy more easily. And I love hearing from Emily here, where she says, choosing real nourishment. I was looking for food, not just isolated supplements. I reached out to a friend, and after learning more, I decided to dive in. From the beginning, I felt more satisfied and supported in my body, which made a big difference while I was on a hiking trip with a friend. She noticed how good I felt and decided to try it herself in just a few days. So, the gift that keeps on giving. So that's tier two. And then if you really want to go full throttle with this, if you have some big New Year's resolutions or you're really wanting to do like a full metabolism reset, a full transformation, that's where we have our ultimate lifestyle transformation. And go ahead and drop a two in the chat if you are on the ultimate lifestyle transformation or you've experienced it, because it is definitely the next level. And you get everything that you get in tier two, except for you're going to get double the amount. So now you're getting two superfood meals a day for under 13 bucks a day, all organic, all regeneratively grown. And then we're going to add in another component, which is called our super cleanser. And this is to help with parasites, molds, yeasts. Because when the body is carrying excess internal stressors like parasites or microbial imbalance, they don't just affect digestion, they compete for resources. So these organisms, when they're out of whack, they actually consume minerals, amino acids, the nutrients we need for energy, mood, and emotional steadiness. And when these resources get depleted, we feel a drop in our energy. We feel our moods being more heavy. We feel our motivation fade away, and joy just feels harder to access. So it's not because the joy is gone, it's because the body doesn't have enough left to support it. So, Super Cleanser helps to reduce the internal drain so that nutrients can actually be used by you and not diverted elsewhere. So, you actually incorporate that 10 days out of the month, and we suggest doing it 2 months in a row to really clean up that internal environment and replenish minerals and materials that might be going elsewhere. And if you're pregnant or nursing, you can still do this. You just don't want to do the super cleanser. So we have an amazing swap out there, which is called the crack cell chlorella. And it's really rich in iron and magnesium and zinc and B6. And these are four essential cofactors for dopamine synthesis. So crack cell chlorella really increases our oxygen delivery, which is essential because the brain and the nervous system require oxygen to function. So joy feels easier when the body is nourished, oxygenated, and supported. And that's what this pack does. And I want to share a little story from my friend Rebecca. I've known Rebecca for years now. She's been on the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation lifestyle. And she says, as a Winter Olympian and a mother of eight, I have asked a lot of good things of my body, but not without toll. A short time ago, my right shoulder did not want to function without pain. My energy was at an all-time low. My skin health was compromised from years of gut injury. I needed convenient food that could fuel my aging body. That's when the nutrition stepped in to the picture, and I've never felt more aligned with the practices and the products. We are a very active family of athletes, and having the highest quality food in a convenient manner around the clock is the greatest blessing. I breathe a literal sigh of relief when we take superfoods several times a day. So, just so happy for Rebecca and her family that this helps her to live vibrantly and actively every single day. Um, and one little just special tidbit, if you decide to do the actual Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation with us for a 12-week period, you get this free bottle of Aqua Vibrance. It's a retail value of $45. And you add this to your water. And what it's going to do is it's going to help to infuse, oxygenate, and restructure your water so that your cells can be more hydrated and that you can actually be absorbing your nutrients more efficiently. So that's a really fun bonus this month if you decide to go with tier three. So, in addition to the nutrition, when you join us in any one of these tiers or for this transformation, joy really lives in a nervous system that is regulated and a body that moves well. So with any tier, you get included Friday alignment classes with Coach Rita, and she is an alignment and nervous system specialist, and she hosts these classes every Friday at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you can join this. So you get to pair the nutrition with movement. And it keeps you, she focuses on being able to move without pain, being able to have the energy to play with your kids, and just feeling at home in your body again. So that is a huge bonus to joining us in any one of these tiers. We also, in your welcome document, you get some simple daily workouts you can do. Drop a 3 in the chat if you've been doing those workouts. They're simple, they're quick, and they're available to you at any time. So this is not about overwhelm. It's not about perfection. Dre and I were just having that conversation before everyone jumped on. It's just about having daily prompts, setting realistic habits for yourself, having a supportive structure to do it with, and just nourishing your body with real nutrient-dense food. It's about coming home to yourself, not adding another thing to the to-do list, but making your life more joyful and simple through rhythm and routine. And joy definitely grows faster in connection. So some of the additional bonuses you get when you pick one of these tiers is we have a private Facebook community where we share recipes and different things, supportive resources. We have a WhatsApp support group that's available to you 24/7. We do these weekly Thursday calls that are done by rotating leaders and guides. We have the workout videos I talked about, and of course, the Friday alignment classes. So much goodness. In this transformation. Let's see, my cursor isn't working anymore. Okay, well, we'll just stop that share then since it's not working. And I'll just say, before we close, my favorite part of this call is opening it up to the community. So if you've been on these superfoods, or maybe you've done a ULT reset with us in the past, maybe you joined us for Dopamine December, or and you've noticed any kind of shifts in your cravings, your sleep, your mood, your energy, your joy, I'd love to have you come on and just share one simple change you've noticed with everyone. Nothing medical, nothing dramatic, just maybe how you feel different. And if you'd like to share, just go ahead and raise your hand, and I'll call you to come off mute. And this is your time to share your voice. So let's see if anyone wants to. Nicole, we'd love to hear from you.
Hey, so good. I absolutely love hearing all the information and seeing all the smiling faces on here. Welcome, Jessica. I'm glad you can make it as well. I'd say so. This is probably, I don't know, the sixth time I've done this ULT 90 day in the past 5 years. And right now it's bringing me so much peace. Just started January 1 because it seems like so much of the community is not feeling well from, I think it starts in October, right? When everybody starts consuming sugar, and you can't even say it's no sunshine because here in Southwest Florida, it's really sunny and it's warm. And so I know a lot of the country is dealing with that. But for me, I just feel so good to know that I have these reliable sources at my at my doorstep, literally all the time. And fueling the kids on it. Like we're having my children now 14 and 16 and 7, and they are all just loving doing the shakes twice a day because that's good. We usually do one shake a day. That's our normal rhythm, but for the 90 day, you do two shakes a day, and it's just so game changer. And we are able to go to the beach today and just do all this extra stuff because I'm not in the kitchen trying to make food all the time. I'm already down a few pounds too, so that always feels good for a mama. So you're excited about that. So I'm excited to see how the next whatever 87 days gonna go. So thanks for checking in.
Awesome, Nicole, and way to lead with the 90-day way, go the full amount. That's really exciting. And I love that you mentioned how this saves you time because for me, I know I feel a lot more joyful when I have more time on my hands to do the things I love to do, like go to the beach. And if we can save time and eat healthy at the same time, that's like the original fast food, right? The original healthy food. So that's awesome. And I love that you do it with your family and everybody's on board and that, this is your sixth round because that just goes to show the depth of what can be accessed here. It's not a one and done, it's a journey that we all get to embark on together. So congratulations there. And Jessica, we'd love to hear your voice.
Thank you. So I'm really excited. I'm trying to ground my excited energy because I just finally got to order my products. So I signed up years ago and had an amazing experience in 2018. And then I'd used the products so much and I was pretty much maintaining, but I decided I wanted to shift under your team. And so I was waiting and without the products for the last 6 months so that I could make a clean shift and really like go into the business because before I was just like trying it and using it, but not really putting the business forward. And so I've been 6 months without the products, and it's devastating to me. Like my health has deteriorated so much, the weight from the stress and all that stuff and life. And to just finally like get the product order in, I had all these technical things delaying me today, which seem to happen when you're on the right track, right? So I finally got my order in, and it'll probably be here in a couple of days because I'm really close to the warehouse. Yeah, and I think that I needed to start this way because when I started before, already had access to a lot of amazing food, but then I went around the country where there's not amazing food, and I lived on Purium, and that was how I survived. And so now I am back in the amazing food place, but times have changed and the food quality everywhere isn't the same necessarily. And so this is quality product. I'm like, yay, I'm going to stay alive and feel good in my body and heal what needs healed because I feel puffy, all the symptoms. I think I'm walking pneumonia. I decided not to even confirm that with urgent care because it's a waste of time. I'm just going to take care of myself. And yeah, so I wanted to share that. I'm looking forward to every week and sharing how the results go. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So thank
Well,
you.
good for you for
Yeah.
jumping back on the bandwagon. And you're totally right. A big part of our mission is just the quality of the food, even in the last 5 years, 10 years, especially in the last 30 years, has just gone down so much because of mass chemical agriculture and just, the quality of our food has depleted so much. And so it's really important that we get high quality nutrition in our hands so that our bodies can function how they're meant to function. So I have full confidence that once you start getting back on these nutrients, that you're going to start feeling the symptoms, fade away and feeling that joy again. So glad you're here and welcome.
Thank you.
Karen, we'd love to hear from you.
Uh, Good evening. Thank you for all that delicious information. Um, I did the tier one, I think, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, and I loved it so much. Coach Rita, she helped me get on it, and I knew that I wanted to do the full program at some point. And so now I'm on day 23. I feel absolutely amazing. I'm actually surprised because when I did it a few months ago, I mean, I knew it was good, but I thought that, that's all I was going to get. But as I've been going through it, I've just been surprised at all the different ways it is truly nourishing my body. Oh, this is an TMI, but when I'm on the throne and after I finish, that is very important, your bowel health. And it is so long. It's like a snake and it is so wonderful. And I feel like, I just feel like it's getting a lot of bad impurities out of my body. I feel so much lighter. I feel transformed and it's a little bit scary because I'm noticing things and being more aware of things that I've never noticed before because I'm so present. Um, and let me also add, I was always a typical dieter. I mean, start the diet on Monday, or when it's the new year, okay, start then. And I just never could get it right. And with this program, it is so easy for me to stick to it. And I am no longer going to diet because DIE are the first letters of diet. And I'm no longer going to diet because this is truly transformational. It has transformed my life. I know that I am going to be on it for life now. And so thank you, thank you, thank you. I couldn't be more pleased with the program, and I just can't wait to see what the future holds in terms of my growth and development in this program. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
Karen, I have chills. Drop a two if you got some chills from her share. Like, truly, I love all the different aspects, and I salute you for, jumping into the bigger program because for sure we can feel good with a little nutrition, but there is that like elevated experience that you have when you just go full throttle and do the double nourishment a day. And that's why I mentioned this isn't just a physical transformation. It really can be spiritual, even because of the heightened awareness that comes forth when we start cleansing out what we don't need anymore. There's room and for there other information to come in, right? And so, my kids always comment on their very long snake bowel movements too, and they're on the program. So I think that's a really good sign. The average American actually has like 30 pounds of undigested fecal matter just sitting in their gut that hasn't been um, eliminated. And part of that is because diet hardens it and it gets stuck in there. And so when we really nourish, we hydrate, we add the fiber in, we give our body what it's meant to live on, all of a sudden we start to clear out and so many amazing things can be experienced. So I'm really excited for you to continue the journey, Karen. And I'm with you. I'm a lifer. I can't imagine my life without this nutrition and this community and, the supportive movement tools as well. So thank you all so much for being here and sharing your voices. And that's truly what makes me so excited to be here weekly is just hear from all of you and just hearing real lives being changed. So, in closing, this is not a band-aid at all. It's about sustainable vitality, embodied joy, energy that lasts, movement that feels good, and habits that are rooted in self-trust. So, joy isn't something you force. It's what arises when our body feels safe, fueled, and alive. And in 30 days, you can interrupt some patterns. In 60 days, you can actually start to rewire the brain. And in 90 days, you become a whole new pattern. You get to change your identity, your current relationship with how you're walking around in this world. And it's truly transformational, as you've heard from tonight. So get back to the person whoever invited you to this call. Whatever questions you might have, they can answer them. We'd love for you to join us at whatever tier feels most comfortable for you and to be on these weekly calls with us so we can hear your transformation as well. So I hope you all go out and nourish your joy and let everything else rise from there. Have a beautiful evening.